Hello and welcome back to our ranged only challenge in Bannerlord. I'm just going to take a quick look at my army right here. As you can see, we do have a couple of people that can level up and hopefully they are going to do a good job. But now, obviously, I'm going to be keeping these forest bandits, freebooters and bushwhackers in our party just for the moment because they are actually pretty good archers. As someone pointed out in a previous comment section, these forest bandits are actually really good. I mean, we're not going to be upgrading them into Botanians just because I can't, but generally we're obviously just going to be sticking to the Azrai formula, and if I can come across any forest bandits, then I might use them because they are equipped with 150 bow skill. I mean, that's kind of amazing, and certainly something that we wouldn't really want to sniff at too much. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. We're going to be finally going in against this massive army. I'm at 100% HP. The enemy has a massive amount of units. I have a massive amount of units. Let's see what we can do. Now, whenever I put people in auto-delegate is literally just a case of me seeing how the AI is gonna react and what they're gonna do. I don't know how many times I have to mention that actually, so I'm not gonna mention it any further, but I just thought I'd clarify that once again. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to place our infantry over here and place our archers over here as well. We do have to be a little bit careful though, because again, I don't really want to place my units in the field where they can be killed very easily. I feel like that's a huge waste. Because if you think about it, the enemy and the allies that we have with us right here, they're going to be able to restore their forces really, really fast, and I'm not going to really be able to do that. Oh wow, that was some damage right there. Oh yeah, so the general consensus from what I could gather in the comment section from people is that I personally should be the one to gain 10 kills on enemy vassals, and I think that actually sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty cool to me, so I think that's what we'll do. We'll try to get 10 kills on enemy vassals myself, like personal kills on enemies like that, and then we'll see what we can do. I think I have already killed 2, or not killed, but I've already eliminated 2 or 3, so is it okay that I actually count those? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, because the rule was not implemented at that point, so yeah, sure, why not, right? Let's count it, yeah? So I'm going to say that I've killed 3. Shall we? Let's say that we've killed 3. Well, not killed, but we've eliminated 3 in a particular battle. So then we just need to kill another 7. And then we should have the ability to re-equip our bow. And by that point, I'll have 1,000 crossbow skill. Yeah, it's going to take a while, isn't it? I think it's probably going to take quite a bit of time. But yeah, hopefully I'm just not going to take an amazing amount of damage here. But look at how I'm actually doing right now. I'm seemingly quite accurate with my crossbow for some reason. I'm hitting people quite often, which I very much appreciate. Look at that. That was a headshot. Wow. That was a headshot and a half, wasn't it? Okay, let's move my forces. I'm actually wondering... No, you know what? I'm not going to move them forward. I'm just going to move them over here. I'm going to make sure that my archers are on the hill. That's also a reason why I put them into auto-delegate sometimes, because they are going to be able to maneuver wherever they want. And usually that's going to be within relatively effective range to attack the enemy. Whereas when I'm busy talking or shooting with my crossbow, I don't actually have the time to do that. So generally, I just put them in auto-delegate for that reason. Ease of use, you know, ease of use is mostly the name of the game there. But anyway, let's see if I can... Oh, that was a bad shot. Ouch. That was really, really bad. Okay, 2 really bad shots in a row. We really cannot afford to waste bolts at this point. We really cannot afford that. So I'm just going to try and be a little bit more careful here. I'm placing my units here mainly so that we can kind of hold the line while the allied reinforcements come back, because... Oh, that was not good either. Very nice. Good work, me. Yes, I will just shoot my own people. Sounds like a good plan. But thankfully, I don't think they were one of mine, so I guess it's not that big a deal, but still. Shouldn't really be making a habit of that, he says, as he has murdered many, many units in his time in the ranged-only challenge so far. I think we should actually move back. Let's move back a little bit right here. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. Is that an enemy? Nope, it is not. That is just an Imperial Equite right there. Nothing really to worry about. Ooh, now that was some nice damage. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, wait a minute, wait a minute. How many times have I died so far with the crossbow? I'm actually not entirely sure. I think 2? Haven't I died 2 or 3 times? I'm not entirely sure. But whatever the case, if I have died that amount, I guess it's all right. 10 deaths, right? So we'll go for 10 deaths again and 10 kills. So they're almost basically tied at this point. Okay, never mind. They're not tied at this point. They're actually even at this point. Because I'm going to say that we've died 3 times and we have killed 3. So I'm not entirely sure what I should even do if we reach 10 deaths. I mean, that's going to be super, super harsh. Anyway, now my people are going to go into auto-delegate anyway. And we can only be hopeful that our forces are going to do as well as they did in previous fights, because hilariously enough, when they were in auto-delegate in some of the previous battles in the in just the episode prior to this one, they took very little casualties at all, and that was in auto-delegate completely, which is really quite amazing. So there we go. Anyway, I did lose 18 units, most of them recruits and tribesmen. I don't really care about that. And neither should you. You shouldn't care about that. Who cares about that, right? I mean, they're just recruits, right? I mean, it is kind of sad, obviously, because they're not going to level up, but I can very easily recruit more. So that's the definition of recruits, right? Anyway, we did have a person die. Is that actually on our side? I'm just going to scroll through real quick. That is on our side. Ooh, now that's bad. Okay, so we did lose a vassal. That is actually kind of harsh. But we are going to be taking this guy prisoner. I should probably just let him go, to be honest. I should probably really just let him go. But I think we're just going to take him for the moment. And I don't have enough space to take any prisoners because we were very badly wanting to get into this battle. And we're just going to move on after this. There we go. All right. So we were able to eliminate an extremely large army of the Imperials, which is fantastic, because that means they have even less combat strength to do what they want to do, and that is, of course, to take Danustica and the variety of other places in the area. Now, I'm just going to donate a whole bunch of money, and we're going to continue to build our garrison barracks. I think I'm probably just going to go for a little bit more there. Let's go for some more repairing the wall speed, and we're just generally going to try and upgrade as much as we can. There we go. All right. Is there anything else that I want to do here? Well, yes, I do want to ransom some prisoners so that I can actually move around a little bit quicker as well, because, yeah, prisoners actually do make a pretty significant difference to how slowly you move. I'm going to be keeping the bushwhackers because, as I say, they do become forest bandits eventually, and they are quite good, so it might be a nice idea to keep them, even if I just put them into the garrison somewhere. They can be quite useful at that point. Oh, apparently we're going to be making peace, and we're going to be receiving 580 tribute. I don't know why we would make peace. Can I oppose this? I can, but it only gives me 19%. Basically pointless then. There you go. So we gain 6,000 experience with charm, which really doesn't make that much difference to our skill levels or anything, but we are now completely nullifying the amount of money that we are giving to the Southern Empire, which I think is a good idea. But now we are entering that stage again in the game where it is a perpetual peace, and it's going to be very difficult for me to actually get any kind of conflict on camera, which is somewhat problematic, I have to admit. But we'll see what happens. Maybe they're actually going to declare war against someone else in a little bit. Okay, so one thing that I want to do is I obviously want to get rid of a whole bunch of these harnesses right here. I generally tend to keep way too many of these because I just forget to sell them because they are very numerous, and we'll just sell a bunch of these as well just to make sure that we are carrying the least amount that we can. But now that we have that 30% increase from Caravan Master and Pack, whoa, the pack animals are giving us a huge amount. But yeah, from Caravan Master, that gives us an additional 5,000 carry capacity, which is insane. And I'm thinking we're going to buy some date fruit here, actually, because as you can see, we only have grain available to us, which is really quite awful. So I'm going to be buying every other piece of food that I can get my hands on. There we go. Sounds good. All right. So now we can move on. And how many people actually leveled up in that fight? Not many, unfortunately, because I wasn't really able to send a massive amount of our recruits in. Because if I send my recruits in, they're just going to get themselves killed much quicker than they would otherwise. And I really wanted to have our allies' assistance as much as possible in that engagement. Oh well, never mind. Okay, train troops. No, I don't really want to do that. Thank you very much. Now let's see what's actually going to happen here, because I would very much hope that they're going to declare war against the Southern Empire again so that we can stop paying them money. We've only paid them 7,500, which is really not that big a deal. But still, it would be good to press the attack a little bit. Can I actually... No, look, as you can see, there's a 0% support for the war against them. Same thing with pretty much everything else, every other faction. And as you can see, the Crusade are once again... they're once again becoming rather powerful, which is certainly not what we want. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place a bunch of vassals. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, we don't have any of those remaining any further because we made peace with them. I'm absolutely frustrated. They are grinding my gears so badly right now because I'm thinking to myself, we just defeated one of their largest armies. We had the opportunity to keep these vassals prisoner for a pretty lengthy amount of time, and yet they made peace, and now their combat strength is, well, going to return back to normal relatively fast, which is really quite bad. Anyway, let's partake in a tournament then, shall we? Because that is basically all I can really do until they decide to declare war. I could try to make war, and I'm going to do that after this. So we'll see what happens with that, because I know that some people in the past have suggested to me in this series to, you know, suggest war to the council and see what happens. And I'm actually intrigued about that. So we will try to find out whether that is actually going to work or not. Now, I am actually going to be using a one-handed sword here. Not a big fan, because I don't have a huge amount of one-handed weapon proficiency. I'd like to kill this guy and take his thrown weapons. Or I can maybe take that guy's... Yeah, I can take that guy's bow, actually. There we go. Hello. This bow is absolutely awful. This bow. Look at the accuracy on this thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, this is really bad. If I had to play with this, and only this, I would be livid. Oh, I took him down. Okay, wow, I'm actually really surprised. I really did not think I would be able to take anyone down with the abysmal bow that was. Anyway, thankfully I have a one-handed here, even though I could have spawned with the bow. This guy is going to get murdered very easily, as you can see. And could you just stop that? Oh, no. Oh. Well, there you go. Well, that's actually all right, because that's actually one of our companions. No wonder she was able to beat us right there, because she obviously has some very, very good armor on, and that does make a pretty significant difference. Oh well, never mind. Okay, we don't really need the renown or anything anyway, because if you take a look at our clan here, we're already clan tier 4. Tier 5 is very far away. We would need to win many, many battles to get to that next rank. So anyway, let's go to the diplomacy right here, and I'm gonna see whether we can propose war against them. Yeah, as you can see right here, even if I spend 100, nothing is going to happen. Oh, look at that. I can actually farm charm experience that way. That's actually pretty crazy. Can I do that multiple times? What? You can literally farm relation and charm XP by doing that. So if you want to, you can trade your influence for charm experience. Obviously, that makes no difference whatsoever to us right now because, I mean, obviously, as you could see, we have 0% support for another war, which is very surprising to me, but I suppose it is just because they are reeling from the Northern Empire, question mark? That's probably what's going on there. Oh well, never mind. I very much hoped that this would be turning out to be a much more intense episode. But unfortunately, that's just how the game is. I can't really do much about that. And as you can quite clearly tell, I can't really do anything about causing war either. I mean, technically what I could do... Ah, there we go. She did it. Fantastic. Okay, now that is fantastic. That's really, really cool. Okay, so there you go. Intense episode. Cue that. Yes, cue that right now. Thank you very much. Okay, so now the Southern Empire will be attacking us. Oh, hello there, Sanion. I think I will be attacking you, sir. You have nothing to worry about. I am a terrible shot with my crossbow. Let's do it. Here we go. Oh yeah, 156. This is going to be great. This is going to give me some relatively decent target practice. A scouting skill is kind of weird in this version of the game. I have always found it extremely easy to level up scouting skill in previous versions, but in this one it seems to be at a snail's pace for some reason. I have no idea why that is, but it does. It seems to be very, very strange how slow it is to level up, considering I have 3 focus points in it, and I have a very low skill as it is, and I'm running around constantly and uncovering all kinds of things all the time. And according to the XP gain watcher mod that I had installed beforehand, you would gain scouting skill almost every millisecond pretty much. So like every 0.2 seconds you would gain scouting skill. And so I find it very difficult to believe that it has not leveled up past 50 already in this entire time. I've been playing for hundreds of days so far. So it's actually very strange to me. But whatever the case, I'm going to be trying to get to 100 crossbow skill in this battle, if I can. He says as he gloriously misses a whole bunch. Where is the enemy leader, by the way? That's the thing that I need to find out. Let's tell my forces to charge it. Oh, is that him? That's him right there. Oh no, that's not him, but I did take that guy out with a headshot rather gloriously. Where is the enemy leader? Where are you? Where are you, sir? Is that him? No, that's not him, but I hit him in the neck. Why am I so good against random units, but never against the enemy vassal themselves? That usually always happens. Isn't that always the way? Is that him right there? Yeah, that is him. Okay, I'm going to try and... See, look at that. Terrible, terrible shot. Okay, let's try and get him. I'm going to tell my archers to auto-delegate for the moment, so that they can get into range if needed. Ah, that was close. Oh, that's just an Imperial Cataphract. Why am I even bothering? Ah. Oh well, never mind. I guess I will just bother, just because it is actually going to give me some decent skill. If I can kill him, even. Oh my. Yeah, this guy psyched me out so dramatically. Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay, we actually did get him. But yeah, he psyched me out so dramatically that I was just literally flailing around randomly. Okay, so all of my infantry has actually died, which is amusing. How many did we lose? There were only 37 of them? Really? I mean, most of them were recruits, I suppose, so that's not too bad. And hopefully some of them got some kills. Yeah, as you can see, some of the recruits and the tribesmen did get some kills, so hopefully the remaining units that are actually surviving will be gaining some decent amount of levels and upgrades and all that stuff. And that's generally a good way to go about things, trial by fire sort of stuff. Okay, wait a minute. Hello there. Is that him? It is. Let's get him. Let's get him. I've got to add another count to my total. I hit his shield, of course. Let's just take out the Imperial Infantryman for the moment. Oh, I dealt some damage to his mount. Don't want that. Oh, I was going for the headshot. This is infinitely difficult when it's so close and when he's just literally running from side to side. Okay, here we go. Yes, we got him. There we go. We got him. All right, so that is 4 kills, right? 4 kills for Barney right there. Oh, yeah, I don't have any shoes. Oh, I don't have any boots on. Yes, I know, I know. Someone said to me in the comments, why aren't you wearing any blasted shoes? I was like, yeah, I don't know why, actually. Probably because we didn't have any shoes available at the time, but I really should go and get some at the nearby town, shouldn't I? That would kind of make a lot of sense. Yes, it would make a lot of sense. I'm actually going to take a look at my inventory right now and see whether I actually even have some, because I think I do have some, but I don't want to wear my old shoes, which are these ones. So I'm going to wear these. There we go. There we are. That was a problem that was easily solved, wasn't it? Yes, very, very simple indeed. Okay, so now we can go into the town and we can sell those prisoners. Technically, I guess we could just go for it. We could just sell them all. Yeah, I guess. I mean, roguery skill is kind of pointless for me. Don't have any focus points in it or anything like that. Did we level up, by the way? No, but we did get scouting to 50, so let's have a look. Ah, okay. 10% sight range or 2% movement speed. Once per day when you enter a town, you have a 50% chance to increase the clan's relation with a notable by 1. And once per day when you enter a village, you have a 50% chance to increase clan's relation with a notable by 1. Well, technically, I don't really care too much about the secondary because it's good either way. These bonuses are both really good. But unfortunately, the 2% movement speed is just too good for me to pass up, so I'm going to be taking the 2% movement speed. Every single time I can get movement speed, I'm going to be taking it. Almost every single time, unless the secondary, a secondary benefit is completely useless or something. But yeah, both of these benefits are actually very good. So we're going to just be going with that. Oh, let's have a look and see. Yeah, look at that. They leveled up super nicely right there. Very, very good. Let's just continue to level these guys up. I know. Group experience is much, much better if you leave them, in the upgrade stage, because then more experience is shared out to the ones that still need to level up. But now here's the thing. I need them to fight, and I need them to be as good at fighting as possible. That's the only reason why I level them up, because we are going to be entering many, many vassal battles, and it just makes more sense to me to have them actually be somewhat useful instead of just going in there and, well, possibly perishing, just completely just because they are recruits and not something a little bit better than that. So that's my main reasoning for it. But otherwise, let's just continue to go into the villages here. I need to recruit a couple more people. Unfortunately, not getting a huge amount of selection here, which is somewhat unfortunate, really. I would have liked to have gained a full army already. 134 should be enough, in my opinion, to be able to take on some of the mid to high tier vassals. And I'm saying that very, very dubiously, because on the one hand, I feel like we could probably take on quite a few. Oh, there's actually an army of poachers here. I'd like to do that. We could take on quite a few high-tier units. But the main problem is whether they are accompanied by someone else. That is also the big question mark hovering over that circumstance, because you never know. All right, so let's fight these poachers. I'm going to probably die, but that is just going to mean more amusement for you, because, let's face it, it's rather hilarious when I do actually get myself killed. When I say, oh, these are just poachers, they're not going to actually pose any kind of threat whatsoever, but we know very, very differently that poachers can actually be super, super dangerous. I'm actually going to put them into auto-delegate right now, and look at that. Auto-delegate apparently tells them to just charge, which is absolutely fine with me, because the poachers generally should be charged at. They are all archers for the most part anyway. Oh, nice headshot. Fantastic headshot, Barney. Good work, good work. Oh, we're getting some good... Oh, no, okay, I hit a recruit. Oh, that's fantastic, isn't it? Very good, very nice. But at least we are getting some experience from hitting the rest. At least my accuracy in this particular fight is quite good. Whether that be against friendlies or enemies, well, I don't know whether that really matters. I mean, it kind of does, I suppose, but being accurate is better than being inaccurate, right? Yes, he says as he misses a bunch. Fantastic. Oh well, never mind. We did lose a couple of people, but that is to be expected. Poachers, obviously, we're going to be getting to take them prisoner, and we also have the leather to show for it as well. So we can sell the leather for a decent amount, and there's a good relation increase too. All right. Fantastic. So let's go over here. Where is the leather? There we go. Oh, look at that. We can actually sell it for 202. Look at that. 1100. That would be super, super nice early on. Just to bear that in mind. Really, really nice early on. I'm going to just take a bunch of food right there. I'd like to level up my steward skill as much as I possibly can. Hopefully the steward skill is going to level up from us having a wider amount of, yeah, there you go, wider amount of choice for our forces. And as you can see, we're gaining almost 1900 steward skill every single day, which is actually amazing considering I do have 3 points in focus of steward. I really do need to get another point in this, because even though these things are not exactly great, they aren't really that good, it can help you quite a bit to increase your party size and so on and so forth. So that might be something that we want to consider. But yeah, let's actually take a look and see what the Southern Empire has. Okay, they have Poros and they have Cyronia. I think we're probably going to head over there and we'll see what we can do. And your relation with notables, oh, look at that. That's fantastic. Your relation with notables in some of your settlements increased due to high security. Can you believe it? They actually feel secure. Wow. Usually they hate my guts. Oh, well, that's actually quite nice then, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's quite cool. All right. Well, Onira has been taken by the Northern Empire, of course, which is not exactly great. And we have a... Oh, no, no, no. One of my towns is actually under siege. This is bad. Is that the one that actually felt like they were secure because of high security? That would be rather amusing, wouldn't it? Okay, let's hope and, well, I guess just hope that people are going to come and assist us. This would be really bad if there is no army. Okay, there's an army over there, but they are actually coming to defend. Okay, that's fantastic. This is really, really good. Okay, so there's 725 here, and the army has 850. So we should be all right. Hopefully they're not going to start the siege just yet. They're actually out of food, as you can tell, because their numbers are dwindling very, very slowly. But they are out of food, or they have low morale, either way. And there's the army coming in. And I'm going to save this battle for the next episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.